right, welcome to the Esports Next official podcast. We are joined by
Mark Clark from Esports Alabama.
Mark Clark from Alabama. Very nice to meet you. Now, what do you do for everyone out there?
So here at Esports AL, I'm the CEO, trying to bring all the silos from Alabama together to
Yep.
build that continuity, that ecosystem.
Yeah.
So we don't get recognition in Alabama about gamers. I hate to say that, but we have a lot of gamers there. So that's my job, is to build an ecosystem throughout all of Alabama.
I think that's fantastic. And you're doing that through virtual reality theme parks, correct?
So I'm doing a little bit of everything, yes.
Yes.
So we've created I guess it's the largest virtual reality theme park in Alabama.
Amazing.
It's about 7,000 square feet. So everything in there, it's full motion,
Okay.
whether you're walking, running, driving, flipping. So different atmosphere, trying to do that along with our esports, of course.
That's fantastic. So you have like a proper setup, like 7,000 square feet. You'll have different rides,
Yep.
and then say they sit into a seat and then put a headset on, or they're maybe on like a roller coaster that has some haptic feedback.
Absolutely. Everything you just said there. I mean, we have the haptics. We have one of our roller coasters. If you're on it and it goes upside down in the game,
Yeah.
it turns you upside down as well.
Holy.
That's where I'm talking about the flipping, driving the cars, like here, but full motion. I mean,
That's
pretty
incredible.
aggressive. Then you have all the wind and everything else giving that.
Yeah.
The 4D, I guess.
That's fantastic. So you use these guys right here,
I use those.
the MetaQuest,
Yep. I use the MetaQuest
MetaQuest Pro.
Pros. I use some HTV5. The HTV5 Pros. And also the other ones are the
Pico Neos.
Pico Neos. Thank you.
Yes, the
Almost
Pico
forgot.
Neos are great. So the one thing I love about the Pico Neos is that you don't have to log into Facebook. I feel like you find
Yes.
that you don't have the fidelity is great on those.
Yes.
First off, they're a little bit more expensive, but you're getting what you pay for with the fidelity, and you're also getting that you don't have to log into a Facebook account. It doesn't have to be attached to like a certain person. It can just be a unit. It can be a computer that just does what you want it to do.
Right. Absolutely. And it's a great adventure, a great experience,
Mhm.
and we're doing esports in the Virtuix, which is Omni Arena.
Yep.
Where you can win money as well, so Virtuix has been around for a little bit.
Yep.
4-pod, full motion, treadmill, almost like a treadmill.
That's amazing. I love that.
Oh.
So are they a lot of 360 videos, or are they actual like games that they have like game feedback? You can interact with them and
It's mostly just the videos. 360. Now, there are some that you can do shooting and stuff, but that's only limited. That makes sense.
Yeah, totally. That does. Yeah, because with the videos, you can have like you probably like shoot in like 8K with 360 cameras.
Yep.
And do you get on an actual roller coaster, or do you have like a rendered image?
So it's rendered image, but it's a seat.
Okay.
And you're strapped in just like you're going to Disney World.
I love it. So it can be as like very cartoony and everything like that.
Can be. Some are better.
Yeah.
But there are some of that, of course.
And then like some realistic. Is there like an overall theme to the theme park?
I'd like to say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that we brought differently was full motion.
Full motion.
Because there's a lot of parks that are VR parks that just have the headsets in a little space.
Yeah. Where you're just kind of sitting stable and then you're in your chair. It's maybe not as you want that full.
Or it could be
experience.
this little boxed area, and you could walk around a little bit. But when I brought this up, I wanted to bring something different. I wanted to bring something that was immersive. So now you're driving, flipping, get all the winds on you, the different
flipping. Like we're talking upside down, right side up.
Yep.
That's awesome. I love that. And it's like the mechanism in the per se roller coaster experience is timed up perfectly with the video.
It is. I mean, as close as we can get it.
That's amazing.
I mean, you might have a little here and there, but you know how computers are. Computers have the mind of their own,
They like to stop working for no reason.
Right.
And It doesn't matter how
I've
much you try them.
never seen that, right?
Yeah. No, I've seen it all at this point. I work in AV now, so I've learned so much about what random things can just happen and how to be prepared for them.
Right. So the cool thing about what we did, we started out with a theme park,
Yeah.
and then we were approached by a company to rent us out, wanted to do an esports tournament.
Cool.
So naturally, we're like, well, how long we got? They're like, we got 4 weeks to build this together. We're like, we had nothing. I mean, it was,
You had to come up with something in 4 weeks.
you know, and I reached out to every computer company you can think of, needing them to, hey, can I get 25 computers by this time? Everybody said, no way.
Yeah.
So we built our own. So
And you had to just like start from the ground and then build up in
build
4 weeks.
build our stages. We built everything.
Did you build like just part of the theme park?
Yep. So I put a little section in the back.
Oh my goodness.
Built the stages where you're up on a stage playing. I built some on the other side, so that way, you, as you moved up, you made it to the stage.
That's fantastic. How often do you switch out the rides, or they stay pretty stable?
We have stay pretty stable, but we have over 200 rides on each one. So
200? Oh no! Like what?
So
That's awesome.
you can rotate them in and out. And again, some of them are not as good as others, but that's you got to find them. And Virtuix, that's the one thing about Virtuix, which is the Omni Arena.
Yeah.
They create their own games for us.
Oh, sheesh.
So I mean, they supposed to get 2 games a year, so that's what they're trying to bring to us. So, but
That's awesome. So what I do in the virtual reality space is I do like corporate events. So if they want to have like a little gaming corner, then I'll bring a few of these headsets and I'll load them up. Sometimes they want to just travel without traveling. Other times they want to just play a few games. Do you have just like VR games that they can just hop in and play?
Yes.
So like mini golf or walkabout?
Walkabouts.
Love walkabout.
So that now that you bring that up, so what we do STEM education, STEM camps.
Okay.
I call it kids camps.
Yeah.
From the age, basically 3rd grade to 8th grade.
Okay.
And part of our curriculum is VR.
Okay.
Part of our curriculum is esports.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring it all together in the STEM realm.
Yeah.
STEAM. I use the arts.
Yes.
So what we do, day one, just kind of we'll do 2D. We'll take the 2D, we'll cut paper out, make them grow something, make a box, circles, whatever.
Yeah.
Then the next day, with other things that we do out the day, because it's an all-day class from 8:30 to 4:30.
Yep.
The next day, we bring it in and we teach them how to put that in 3D.
Wow.
So Blender, Unity, Unreal, all that stuff.
And Unreal.
We do all that, and then we go into, technology, the sciences, math. On the next day, it's esports.
Okay.
And throughout the week, they're learning a little bit of esports and playing some games.
Yeah.
Because how do we grow this? How do we grow esports?
Mm-hmm.
We start them young. And I hate to say this, I go around talking to the parents. It's not like I was that parent. Hey, get off your games, go outside and ride your bikes. You'll never make money playing games.
Yeah.
Boy, were we wrong.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, that's such a great idea. I had that idea a while ago, but I didn't do anything about it. I didn't have the resources to like build a theme park. I think that's awesome that you really did it.
Well, here's another idea I think is pretty good too that we're doing. We launched it 5 days ago.
Okay.
So I'm bringing
fresh, hot off the press, people.
Hot off the press. So I'm bringing the Combine for esports. So I'm bringing all the recruiters into the city.
Yep.
And all the students from around the country, as many that want to sign up.
Yeah.
I want to help them get what they want, scholarships.
Scholarships, of course. So, yeah, if you add education to it, then you can get proper funding, and then you mentioned STEM, so that is the magic word for getting educational funding, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and it's important. It's like these kids grow up in a different world. They have to adapt to different things than we did when we were in school. So it makes sense that the education should evolve, but lots of red tape with education. It has to have its due process, and that can take a while.
You're absolutely right, and I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
hot off the press again.
Hot off the press. That's what we do.
So
Yeah.
we actually started a micro school.
Okay.
So the difference between a micro is it's homeschooled, right?
Oh, okay.
So homeschoolers is the untapped resource. I'm creating homeschoolers esports league.
Homeschooler esports leagues.
So
Okay. If I had the option to stay home and play video games instead of going to school and just, dab in a little bit of that's a tempting offer, I would have to say. And then, some kids, maybe they don't have the resources or maybe they're, socially, it's kind of I'm sure it's a
absolutely,
crazy, with kids these days, they advance so quickly and they have like all this distraction around them
yep.
that we never had. Like I remember just getting a cell phone when I was like in the middle of high school because they were just like kind of starting to be something that everyone had. And reminiscing about that time because it was just a lot less distractions.
So it's funny you say about cell phone stuff. I was
Yeah.
probably like 26 before I got my first one.
Yeah. 26. Yeah. I was like, I guess like 14, 15,
Okay.
16, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was 1998 when I got my first phone.
Nice.
So that
I think it was
my
like
first cell phone.
2004 or something for me. So you had probably one of the big Nokia flip. Yep.
It was a little thick.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I brought it to, so I'm prior military,
Yeah.
retired. So I brought that to um, Hawaii while I was stationed there in Hawaii.
What
And
a place to be stationed.
right, I lost my phone, so I pulled out that old one, and everybody's like looked at me like, "What are you doing?"
What are you using that for? Did it still work?
It did, and I
That's
just didn't want to
awesome.
buy a new one,
Just pull that antenna out and it was just do wonders. Oh, that's
So
great.
I worked around it, made things happen,
That's awesome.
So going back to the micro school,
Yes.
so
Let's
it's
hear about that.
microeconomics. It's called, we're calling the school Mars now. I'm a partner. I have my friend who started it, Jennifer.
Okay.
Um, we're going to be teaching microeconomics, AI, robotics, and the sciences. So the school names will be Mars.
Mars. I
So,
like it.
we're in Huntsville, which is space, one of the space capitals, here in the
Yep.
state, Huntsville, Florida, Texas. Um, NASA's right there.
Amazing.
So I'm trying to put NASA, we're trying to grow as much as NASA, the
Yeah.
STEM education, uh, our schools that we have, STEM education schools, these called Alabama Science Technology. I don't remember all the names, but
Yeah.
it's a STEM education would spent millions of dollars in building when I could do it a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. You don't have to do maintenance. You don't have to worry. Your liability
yep,
is like a fraction of what it would be.
absolutely. So
And
we
yeah.
do bring them in one day a week so we can go over all the curriculum. Otherwise, it is virtual.
Yeah.
But the one day a week they come in and we just go over everything all
Yeah.
day. The main academics and teaching. We'll be teaching them how to write a book. End of
Yep.
the school year, they'll be selling it on Amazon, the whole 9 yards. We've done that last year.
Uh-huh.
So we moved a little bit bigger, moved ahead. So now we're bringing a group in. We only had a few last year just to try it out.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. What a cool thing to be a part of. I'm so glad that you came up with that and I'm glad you're doing it because, yeah, that was one of my dreams. Where do you see the virtual reality space going to in the future? I'd say near future, let's say next 5 years.
Well, every day I think we're building and growing more immersive.
Yeah.
So it's just going to, I see it going really big
Yeah,
because you see the industry is moving that way.
it is.
Um,
People aren't ready, but they're
no,
getting
no.
ready.
And that's the old saying is, do you want to be in front of it or with it, or do you want to be on the coattail?
Not, I don't want to be on no coattails.
All right. So I
Yeah,
jumped ahead and I'm
always.
holding it. I'm holding steady. We're making money. We're making even, you know.
Yeah.
But that's where I brought something else in, the esports.
Yep.
Now that's where I'm doing the combines. I'm
Hmm.
doing something else we call esports coalitions. Where I'm teaching those kids from the ages 3rd to 8th grade
Yep.
how to lose with grace.
But yeah, that is the way to do it. Because
The-
if you think you can just go through it and you'll only be successful, then you can't experience true success.
Yeah. All these kids nowadays, I hate to say it, they get mad when they lose.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to teach them how to
Yeah.
settle that down.
I'm so not one of those guys. I'm so chill. My friends will be like, "Oh, we should have done this," and we didn't win this round of Fortnite, and I'll kind of just be like, "Yeah." So I guess we're gonna play another one.
Well, that is it's crazy you said that. And that's part of what we want to teach these kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a useful tool, and I see it. It's like not tying into like your self-worth into your like not even your performance because you can perform well and people can just be a little bit better than you in that moment and win.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we want to teach them sportsmanship. We want to teach them all that stuff. And over the 2-month course,
Yeah.
we'll be winning points. So at the time when they're done, who went from growing, not everybody's gonna get a trophy.
Yeah.
Not that they're gonna get trophies, but
Yeah.
they'll get some points and they'll win different things. And that's where we're always looking for sponsors to help us out with that too.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that is so cool. Well, yeah, I'm actually now working on the Apple Vision Pro. Have you been using that?
I have not. I'm not gonna say that I won't, but Apple's
Yeah.
very proprietary, so it's like
It's so proprietary. Okay.
so it's really hard
Yeah.
when we need to be flexible.
Hmm.
And with the STEM education, just you know, the MetaQuest Pros, man,
Yeah,
they work great. And
they really do. Pretty much for everything you need. And the Meta 3s work great. These are good for like VR. And it's just really good. But I did use the Apple Vision Pro this past week.
awesome.
We're doing like a contest at work to see who can come up with solutions
Yeah.
for it. So it's amazing that I'm talking to you right now because this is stuff that I think about. So what I've been doing is actually developing in WebXR
Okay.
to be able to use the spatial technology. The like hand tracking is really clean. The displays are outstanding, 4K in each eye, and it just looks really nice, like placed on top of the reality. And the cameras, they're pretty good. If you really look for it or try and focus in on it, you can see maybe a little video grain
Right.
of the, because it's basically you're not looking through it, you're looking at like a version of it through a camera on the top of the lens, right? Same thing with these. You got these little cameras here, but it's pretty good quality, I would have to
Yeah.
say.
And there's no doubt I haven't seen it. And naturally we want to look, we want to play because we got to figure things out. What's
Yeah,
the best for us anyway?
yeah,
I mean, I've had Pimax reach out to us. They want us to run some of their stuff,
yep,
and
yep,
Pimax, I mean, they've come a long ways.
yeah,
We know back in the day, but I mean, 8K, 12K.
yeah. So
Of
nice.
course, they don't want to. I can't sell those because
Yeah,
nobody got 4 of those. It's gonna be the government or something.
yeah, yeah. That you'll need some real funding for.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about the big screen beyond? Have you used that one?
I have not.
Okay, that one's like the smallest VR headset.
Okay.
So it's like almost the size of just like sunglasses, which is what I'm waiting for. When it's just glasses, right now, so Apple Vision has Pro, they've stopped production on the next Pro, and they're going to work on like a cheaper, more consumer level headset, which I'm excited about. Because imagine if it was just like glasses, and then rather than having a battery externally, having the all the computing power on your face and an extra screen on top,
Hmm.
if it's just like little pair of sunglasses that maybe they're a little big, they're
Right.
like pit vipers or something, and then you just plug it into your phone. Maybe your phone has the right capabilities to run the computing power and the battery. I think that would be a real leap forward if they got into that.
Didn't Verizon build something like that?
Did they?
Yeah, a while back.
Oh,
Oh
I
man, I
like
can't
it.
even.
So you plug it into your phone, and
Yeah.
then it's like, yeah. See, I think
Big.
that's something that people can digest a little or easier.
If we wouldn't
You
have
know,
thought
the
about
phone
it,
headset.
I'd have probably remembered it.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah,
like, everything you were saying, I was like, sounds familiar, but
Verizon. Okay,
right.
I'll have to look that up.
Um,
But that would be really, really cool. I would love to see that. And the mainstream. There's also like the meta like wayfarers, which are kind of just like cameras. They're not like pass through or anything like
right.
that. But I feel if like once they get into that space and once if they have like the backing of Ray-Bans, then that would be, I think, a real leap forward.
So now we do have, Ray-Ban donated some of their
They're like video
photography.
photography,
Yeah,
like, and also like headphones.
yeah,
Like you have the
yep.
spatial audio, which I can barely understand how the sound comes out of these things. And if I don't have the headset on, then I can barely hear what they're hearing. But if I have the headset on, it's like perfect. And I'll forget that I'm not wearing headphones
Gotcha.
sometimes. And to this day, and it's such like an amazing technology. It's just like the spatial um, audio that they use.
Right.
So
No,
I'm blown away by that.
it's impressive all the way around,
Yeah.
and where we've gone, So there's an association, VR, AR, VARA,
Okay.
basically.
Vara.
Yeah, it's like yeah. Anyway, VARA,
VRAR.
right? VAR.
VAR.
So we travel around and we link up to different places, and we talk about what's coming next with
Yeah.
VR, XR,
Yeah.
mixed reality, all that stuff, man. So it's an association that we're trying to figure that out because
Yeah.
where do we go? Because the government's leading really forward in this.
Yeah.
I've done some work for them, creating 3D content to teach their soldiers how to do their job before they even get to their jobs.
Of course. And
Um,
you want a little primer before you get into something intense like that.
yeah,
And it can also be safer. It's always more
yeah,
cost efficient just to have a few
yeah,
headsets rather than have to, send people out and, put them in maybe compromising position especially if they're training. They
right.
don't want to hurt themselves, and then there's liability attached to that. So why not put them in headsets, at least as a starter, and then you get in all the drills
Yeah,
and whatnot. But
no, absolutely.
that's great.
It made sense, and like you just said earlier,
Hmm.
all these kids learn more faster,
Yes,
and what enhances that is this virtual
this stuff. Yeah.
3D and all that stuff.
Like the thing I love about it is I can make what's in my mind's eye just by dragging in like a few things into a scene. And you can add things that are animated, you can have like static things, but the fact that I can choose my skybox and choose to put a DeLorean from Back to the Future in a scene, and I can maybe animate that and make it fly around and all that kind of things, just to have that power is intoxicating.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
And then now you bring in, the mixed reality with the more 3D, 4D,
Yes.
5D, and on,
Yeah.
and that just it's it's enhances it
It's
tremendously.
fantastic. Well, it's been great talking to you.
Yep.
I had a great convo with you. We went quite long. It
Yeah,
was
if you don't
great.
mind, I definitely want to give a shout out to.
Yes, I was just going to ask you to give a plug. So,
Yeah, so hey, this is Mark Clark, CEO of Esports Alabama. Again, we are doing a combine for college recruitment uh, for esports. So you can check out the website at esportshowcase2024.com. Again, that's esportshowcase2024.com. Check it out. Look around. It's November 8th, 9th, and 10th. So again, you can check out our website at esportsal.org. We are a nonprofit. Thank you for inviting me to talk, and I'm glad you made me do it. He twisted my arm, just so everybody knows.
yeah, I'm like, you like virtual reality? Please come and sit down. I need to talk to someone else about the stuff that I'm doing. And so, yeah, that was an absolute pleasure to have you today. And I hope you enjoy a lovely rest of your esports next.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Have a good one.